What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. New review for That One Voice Revised Edition. New reasons to get this book. Thank you for joining my channel today for my unpopular opinion. But of course, I got to tell you about my book because I got to get you to buy my book. Yes, indeed. Hit me up. Get yourself an autographed copy. $15. The purchase information will be in the description. Now let's get to the review.
And no shade, I don't care who be in my views. I'm posting what I want to post.
All right, people, here we are on a Wednesday. It is a good day. Halfway through the week. Yes, indeed. My unpopular opinions in the building. And yes, I pulled out the good African fabric for my daughter's graduation today. Yes, indeed. So, like and subscribe. Keep it cute in the comments. Check out my channel sponsor, bougiestoner.co, for all your elevated needs. And, of course, get yourself an autographed copy of That One Voice Revised Edition. Why are we here? Love and Hip Hop Miami, mic drop. I think this is the season finale. I'm not sure. But I believe this is the season finale. And it says, Ryder pulls up on Michael's comedy show, ready to put him on blast. But who will get the last laugh? Yes, because he claimed he got tea via boots on the ground. Amada lands in a hot seat as salacious rumors come to light. What salacious rumors? I don't know. Gael drops a life-changing bomb on Michael. Gael drops a because I refuse to call that bitch heaven. Gael drops a life-changing bomb on Michael. Please don't tell me that she gonna say she pregnant. Because I really don't want to hear that fuck shit. Like, nobody want to hear that fuck shit. So we start the episode right where we left off at, which is what I like, but I definitely didn't want to reminisce on Pinky throwing up again. But apparently Pinky throwing up, and she kind of fell to the floor as the paramedics is trying to get her to the stretcher. You know what I'm saying? Miami Tippett is trying to get her shoes off because she's still walking on heels. And they like talking about who to call. So somebody mentioned that yes, her family's in Canada, and then they like, yo, what about Jacquay? I mean, even though she broke up with Jacquay, can we still call Jacquay? So Kat walks off and says, I'm calling Kent because Kent has Jacquay's phone number. How convenient. But that makes sense, right? Because they was hanging out. So it went to that. Then the next day, they packing up to leave, and Joy is talking to Hot Topic. Hot Topic is still mad that you know she had a conversation with Zoe, and Miami Tip is still mad at Amada because the one went low, one went lower, one went lowest. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we reminiscing about last night as we planning to get the hell out of the retreat that Claudia planned. Now, the only thing I don't know about this retreat is, like, where the fuck did they go in the first place? Did they take a plane? Did they all drive? Like, where the fuck did they go? But either way, it didn't go well. In the conversation that Hot Topic, Joy, and Miami Tip was having with Bobby as they, you know, talking about packing and leaving, they find out that Michael Blackson is having a comedy show, and that, you know what I'm saying, and that Hot Topic is invited, and she's telling everybody to come. And they also talking about Rada and how Rada and Amada are hooked up and are friends now, and how Michael is just fucking everybody and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, motherfucking Trick calls Joy on the fucking FaceTime cussing her out for hooking him up with boots on the ground, and he's cussing her out talking about, oh, she must be fucking Michael Blackson because she asking Michael Blackson for a car. And of course, Hot Topic is sitting there like, okay, so that means that Ryder don't know that he fucking boots on the ground. So who want to tell her? I think we should definitely go to the comedy show just to make sure that she knows all that. That's why this is the season finale, because all hell is finna break loose at that comedy show. Yes, indeed. So as Amada, Claudia, and Rada were talking about, how the retreat went, how they felt the retreat went, and who actually got healed and who didn't get healed. And the last healing that they trying to do before they leave is some kind of game she trying to play, talking about heal or no heal. And they all talking about it, and and Rada's breaking it down, saying that since she's been on the trip, Michael has been hitting her up, trying to get some, some conversation in, I get some defense in, because he know Nadia over there telling everything, but he don't know exactly what Nadia telling, so he in his feelings trying to figure it out, what she over there telling. But so as they having this conversation, Hot Topic couldn't even wait. Hot Topic walked right up in there and was like, yes, girl, I got some news that I think you should know. That he been running around with boots on the ground. And then, of course, Rada remembers her because she's a chick from the past that apparently was trying to get with Michael from before, and she got him to get rid of her, apparently. So he found out about this car that was promised. Not that the car was bought, the car was promised, or meant to believe like it was promised, some shit of that nature. And and with this encouragement, she is more encouraged to pull up on the comedy show that he's having and tell him that it's over. Meanwhile, they show a next scene that's supposed to be coming up with Michael talking to Kent Pit My Feet Jones. And apparently Kent Pit My Feet Jones gonna let him know that, oh yeah, child, they know about that baby in Ghana. And he gonna be looking at him like, what you mean they know about that baby? Yeah, bitch. Cause my shorty, my bottom gal cat, I'm pretty sure she came back and gave him a full motherfucking report. I mean, a full shit. So first of all, I ain't even noticed that the twins was there, cause the twins look different. I mean, they look like two versions of fucking Eliza Reign. I thought it was Eliza Reign for a minute, but it's literally the twins. So it's the twins, and they pulling up on some kind of festival, and motherfucking Trick Daddy's there selling pots, talking about, bitch, I got my pots, because that's the name of his podcast or his cooking show. Bitch, I got my pots. And Michael pulled up, and you know what I'm saying? Michael pulled up with fucking Gael, dirty ass Gael. And he talking about he stressed out and whatnot. And he about to tell us in a minute, I'm about to rewind it a little bit just to make sure I catch it, but he about to tell us that the chick in Ghana is a rumor. I don't remember if I remembered, but yes, the whole confrontation was that he pulled up with Gael. And then and they talking about this situation that Eliza brought Nadia to the retreat, and is sitting there telling everything, and you need to be careful fucking with Boots on the Ground, because obviously you told Boots on the Ground you were gonna get her car, and of course, motherfucking everybody's sitting around like, oh shit, word, you promised her a car, you buying bitch's car, say word. For nothing, Gael, I'm of confusion too. I'm listening to this conversation and might need to rewind it just to hear it again, because what the fuck y'all talking about here? But yeah, this is when the part where I get really confused, because they start talking about, again, they're talking about the retreat. They telling Michael that, yes, Michael, we heard, they telling Rada about the baby in Ghana. He claimed that the baby don't exist. And then he's talking about also that, you know, Kat and Auntie is getting into it, and Auntie keep bringing up shit about shit that she had, the shit that he had with another chick at the retreat that was happening in 2018. Who was it? And then of course Trick asked, who was it who you had such situations with in 2018? Then homeboy says Amada La Negra. Apparently Amada La Negra did some foot fetish thing with his yeah, either way, they had some sort of relations, my nigga. And the shit, just like I asked last week, I'm asking again, why? Amada, like, what the fuck? Did that in 2018? Was that nigga looking like that? Like that? And then there's more confessions, because then Michael turns around and says that, yeah, in 2018, he was trying to holler at her. He flirted with her, but nothing came of it. And fucking Gael is standing there like, I am confused. You too, nigga? And then next thing you know, here come Trick talking about, hold up. First of all, ain't no motherfucking way motherfucker Amada chose you or you over me, like including himself. And I said, but wait, I do remember at one point Trick did attempt to call himself flirting with Amada, and it's like, ill. All intents and purpose, every angle is just a no across the fucking board. Just no's across the fucking board. But at the same time, Amada said that Michael and Amada flirted a little. I don't even get that part, but then again, that's more reasonable than calling her then fucking Kent talking about that she put her feet on his meat. Like, ew. Like, what? Why are you trying to make me throw up in my mouth? Child. I don't know what because real talk, hello. Not for nothing, I'm looking at Kent Pit My Feet Jones, and I'm looking at him like, this is not, I don't fucking get, nigga, that shit happened in your mind probably. Because look, so the next scene in this heal or not healing scene where everybody's sitting around, talk about, if they're healed. Claudia asks, the first thing she asks is, she asks old gal Kat and Auntie if they healed. You know what I'm saying? Because now we talking about if we actually healed on this trip. And Auntie said, you want me to show you how much we have healed? Let me show you how much we have healed. Amada. Yeah, Amada, I got something to say to you. So, I like you. I think you're cute. And I want you to be my niece-in-law. Like, fuck this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? If you would consider it, I would appreciate you kick that off again, because I need you to do that again. And immediately Amada's like, excuse me, Auntie? What in the fuck are you talking about? And apparently Amada says that, it was a situation where in 2017 she met him I mean that she met him on via Instagram. He was liking her pictures, telling her she had cute feet. That's about it. But apparently she never messed with him. But everybody looking at her like, girl, you mess with who? You lying. You couldn't have messed with that nigga. And then, of course, they turned to Auntie. It's like, Auntie, where'd you get this tea from? And then he's like, well, Kent told me. Now, I'm looking at it like, Kent could have lied. Kent could have lied on his dick. I mean, men have been known to lie on their dick. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at him and looking at her, and I'm like, yo, there's no way. Like, Michael would have a better chance than him. So you talking about she put her feet on his meat? This shit got to be a fucking fantasy in this nigga head. And of course, I forget that they turned to fucking old gal Cat, and she is delusional as fuck too, because they turned to her in the confession, and she's like, okay, first of all, it's one thing for Auntie to be shady like this, because this is high level shade, which is true. Auntie, you gone too far. But on the next level, she mad that motherfucking Amada denied the whole thing, and I'm looking at her like, bitch, was you there? Did you see him? Did you see her put her feet on his meat? Then what the fuck you mad about? What could you possibly be mad about? But child, but even if it did happen, Amada, I believe I wouldn't be mad for you declining it in public. Cause child, what the fuck? But why would you? Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. So then we move on to ask Rada if she felt healed, and Rada said, you know what, she does feel, healing. She does feel like, her and Nadia needs to, come together and for their sons, because their sons are more important. Fuck Michael. And she's not there because she had to leave early. But apparently Eliza Rain is happy that she brought her in the first place. Then Claudia turns to Shay and says, are you healed? She's like, nah, I wanted to talk to Amada. That didn't happen. I wanted an apology from Joy. That didn't happen. And that's where we at. And now we talking to Zoe and Chicks Diamond, and it's like, girl. Oh yes, the argument. Yes, the argument between Amada and Miami Tip got hot because neither one of them want to forgive each other. It's like, fuck that, you was talking about my kids, and fuck that, you had bad intentions, so ain't no fucking healing. Get the fuck out my face. And but now, yes, it's Zoe and Chicks Diamond turn, and it don't look like Zoe want to heal. It don't look like Chink want to heal. Zoe is all like, bitch, I don't got no problem with you. You got a problem with me. You know what I'm saying? And this all started because of the conversation we was having when we first met about your baby daddy. Like, which, on a side note, kind of tells me, there's certain things you can't tell people about your business because the way they'll throw it back at you, you feel me? The way they throw it back at you. The scene ended with an understanding hug because they got together and realized that, there was no reason to even, talk about each other's businesses, aka boyfriends, and we can move on amicably, and whatever the fuck was said can be brushed under the fucking rug. You know what I'm saying? Grown shit. In this next scene, apparently, Pinky Doe was in the hospital for 3 days. Her kidneys failed. Apparently this has happened before, which makes me question, how many times can your kidneys fail? Like, what's going on here? Like, that sound like something, when I hear kidneys fail, I'm thinking that can only happen once in your lifetime, and that's it. You gotta get new kidneys. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I ain't never heard of this shit. But anyway, she claimed this is the second time it's happened to her. She was drinking because she was upset over Jacque. Jacquay came to see her while she on live talking about herself and crying, and then he confronts her about what Sanye told him, because apparently Sanye told him that she been fucking, and she claimed it was a mistake, and he starts screaming, talking about you playing with me, you was mad at me for not making us go public. Now we go public. You want to see other people, then you cheating on me, and he walks out, and she's all upset, and it's like, girl, you brought it on yourself. You brought it on your fucking self. Child, motherfucking Can't Pit My Feet Jones apparently gonna be in the next scene telling Hot Topic and motherfucking Miami Tip that Amada gave him a blowjob. Now, hey, listen, this is getting stranger and fucking stranger and fucking stranger. But, and then, Dirty Stinking Guy gonna be on stage telling telling Rada that, apparently Michael Blackson belongs to her and Rada and nobody else. And Rada gets up and throws a whole bunch of condoms on them, like, listen, make sure and put one on before you get this bitch pregnant. Make sure you put one on before you get this bitch pregnant. So it's Michael's show. Everybody's in the building. And Trick calls himself going up to Joy and telling her, bring your ass back home. You still my wife, and all this shit you've been trying ain't working. All the shit I've been trying ain't working. You just need to bring your ass back home. Joy talking about, even though we still family, he got to be nice to my cat. Now, it sounds like I'm talking about that cat, but what she claimed is an actual cat. I think she talking about that cat, but she claimed it's an actual cat. But next scene, we gonna see Kent Pit My Feet Jones and his bottom gal cat sitting there, and Miami Tip is gonna come up, and the conversation gonna get interesting. According to Can't Pit My Feet Jones, they met on the Instagrammy. They got together because he came over to the house because he has a foot fetish and she wanted to see about it. And they got into it and they had some intimate contact. No actual sex, but intimate contact. And apparently Amada is like, nigga, I don't know you. I am sorry to this man. I don't know this man. And he mad. And of course, he telling Miami Tip, who hate Amada. So of course, what is she doing? She trying to get him to talk up and talk loud and tell all the business, spill all the tea. Amada's business is in the streets, child. Because Michael is up there making jokes about everybody in the house, right? He's introducing and talking about everybody in the house. He even mentioned, how Trick was fucking Joy and Joy's sister. And they lucky that, he didn't get Joy's sister pregnant, because then she would have been wife and aunt. You know what I'm saying? Walk and talk about everybody in the house. Talk about Can't Pit My Feet Jones. One of his eyes be asleep. One of his eyes be awake. Child. Then he literally walking around the house. He literally said that Miami Tip be in everybody business. That's why they call her Miami Tip, because she be in everybody business. And then as soon as he got to Amada now, he started talking about how Amada was at his house and this and that. Amada was at his house and they was trying to get what? Sound like you real busy up in here. Sound like you real busy up in here. Bombastic side eye, Amada, because now all of a sudden, first of all, you and Rada was at a retreat. You and Rada was at a retreat together, where if you had any set of anything going on with Michael, you could have told Rod a long time ago. But no. Michael on stage talking about you was in his apartment. Now all of a sudden you turn to Rod and say, listen, check this out. What had happened was me and my producer, me and my manager were invited to his into his apartment after an award show, and there was some chicks there. And when her manager realized what was going on, her and her manager left the premises, and nothing ever happened. And of course, Rada looking at her like, bitch, first of all, this is the second time, and you could have told me. You know what I'm saying? This is the second time I hear you talk. I hear you talking yourself out of some sticky shit. Never mind the fact you could have been said this. Why am I just hearing this just now? Why am I hearing this just now? Meanwhile, dirty ass Gael gets on stage and is talking, is trying to call Amada out, talking about you must have did some voodoo on Michael. That's why he was in love with you. Lord, child, you just refuse to let go of this voodoo bullshit. And of course, she's talking to Rada and telling Rada that yes, Michael only belongs to her and Rada. And of course, Rada ain't gonna like that shit at all. So now, Amada, you want to admit that Kent Pit My Feet Joe sucked your feet? Okay, so now I gotta believe Kent. I actually have to believe Kent, because Kent said, nah, nigga. Okay, she put her feet on my meat. That's it. That's it. And she trying to deny it, talking about, and the producer asked her directly, and she's talking about that it is such a shameful for you to ask me that question. Bitch, why not? We talking about it, and clearly you did it, because now you trying to backpedal and pussy pop out of the motherfucking question. Girl, your taste is questionable now, child. I cannot trust your taste no more. Of course, Miami Tip is walking around bigging it up like, yeah, bitch, you over here lying. And so, and Rada, you over here sitting here with her, trying to be her friend. Fuck around, she could be trying to take your man. That's all she doing is walking around taking people man. Because, hello, did she tell you all the intimate conversations that y'all had? Did she tell you that she spent time with Michael? Did she ever let it be known that she had spent any time with Michael? No, you didn't. And again, we already hearing that you lying about Kent Pit My Feet Jones. You is lying about Kent Pit My Feet Jones. So we definitely don't believe you, Amada. Not at all. Fuck around, this might be the last scene, because now Rada is stepping outside with Michael to have a conversation, and I know Rada better fight back like I know she should, because how the fuck you pot get to call me kettle on some bullshit when you just doing whatever the fuck you want to. Also, I can't play too, nigga. Oh, fuck you and fuck your thoughts and fuck wherever you brought them from. Like, him and bumbuckler like me, please go and suck your mother. I don't give a fuck about you, nor your friend, nor your fucking enemy, nor anybody who fucking associate with you. And they're ending the era with motherfucking Joy getting back in bed with motherfucking Trick. Saying Miami Tips still doing her podcast, and she's interviewing Kent Pitt My Feet Jones, and the first thing she asking him is about whatever happened with him and Amada. Like, we ain't heard enough already. And she talking about she don't use Amada for content, but it kind of looked like you using Amada for content. But go ahead, and go ahead. And then what else is going on? Let's move on, bitch. Let's move on. Anyway, and then Kent is his thing is he has two women he has to please. Old got Cat as he's selling her feet content, and his auntie as she wants him to be all church like, and he trying to live both lives. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna end it. His situation, we gonna live both lives, and old cat gonna try to deal and tolerate. Right? So, and then it shows motherfucking Zoe and Chinks in the studio making music together, because they're better friends than foes, which it looks like it works out a little bit. They look happy. They're dancing. You know what I mean? So, let's see how that works out. You know what I mean? What you mean, let's see how that works out? This is the end. And then, she's doing a show. We're seeing some sort of skincare release. Yaya Skin, and Shay is there, and people are there. They're celebrating the release. Shay must have been part of the release. You know what I'm saying? Shay definitely must have been part of the release, part of the healing that needed to be gotten. Eliza called herself getting healing too, because you know what I'm saying, she needed healing herself, I guess. Amada is doing a photo shoot. It looked like in a beautiful yellow dress. You know what I'm saying? It's looking nice. You know what I mean? What else? Oh yeah, did I talk about how Trina husband was shooting some video? She's directing the video for whatever song he putting out. Yeah. And Rada and the baby is they going somewhere where they meeting up with Nadia and I guess her baby, and they figuring it out together. Apparently they figuring it out. They figuring it out together. Damn, the babies look alike. Them babies look alike to hell. Oh Lord, they both start crying. Michael caught himself in his bed by himself looking at pictures of himself and the baby. He feeling lonely and depressed. Like, what the fuck I did? Who else in there with you though? Somebody in there with you. Motherfucking you know who in there with you? Motherfucking dirty stinking Gael. Dirty stinking Gael is in the building with you. Breakfast to 2. Oh my God. Gael pulled out a pregnancy test. Gael is pregnant. Gael pulled out a pregnancy test. Gael claiming she pregnant. Well, that's it and that's all, folks. I mean, shit. Like I said, we're going to divert. We're going to talk about different shit. Because it's been a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? From the Knicks win to homegirl who stole that garbage can, called herself bring home a souvenir from the parade. She got fired from her job. To Jay-Z having more length on his head than Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? This Sunday is the gay parade plus BET Awards plus Motherhood Sex Marijuana is doing a 2-hour show. It's just a lot going on right about now. You know what I'm saying? Today was my daughter's graduation. It's just a lot going on. It's just a lot going on. But you know what? We're going to divert and find other shit to talk about. That's what it is. Yes, indeed. We're going to divert and find other shit to talk about. But for now, I'm Kai Storm. Check out my unpopular opinion. Of course, like and subscribe. Of course, check out my book. Of course, check out bougiestoner.co. And see me next time when I have an unpopular opinion. Yeah, let go.